Hey everyone, this is Miko with the Permanent Empire, and I want to thank you so much for tuning into this video. Now, today's video is going to be a little bit different. I wanted to talk about a recent video that Tabitha Brown released that's gone viral, where she's talking about entrepreneurs that, hey, if your business is not working, if you find yourself borrowing to pay bills, it might be time for you to find a 9-to-5. Now, I wanted to give my opinion on this, not that you asked, but I have one, so I decided to share it. So I see where she's coming from, and I agree. When I first started my business, I did have a job still. I had a job, and I was saving my money so that I would be prepared for the time that I needed to step away from that job. And even with that being said, when I stepped away from that job, I still needed more money, to be honest with you. So having that 9-to-5 though would definitely help. It cushions that blow. If you find yourself to where you're borrowing just to pay your rent and you know you don't have it now and you're probably not going to have it next month, then it might be the time to look for that job. But I wanted to say, with that being said, on that same note, the jobs report was just released for August. So for August 2025, the country added 22,000 jobs. America, the entire country, added 22,000 jobs. Now, I want you to think about also there's a statistic that's showing that since February of this year, so February 2025, over 300,000 Black women have lost their jobs. Not that they quit their jobs, but because they've been terminated from their positions, and a lot of them high-paying positions, right? Now, if only 22,000 jobs were created last month, and you find yourself in a pool of, job seekers, and now we already discussed that we got to 300,000, and a lot of them were higher earners, so they were probably pretty qualified for a lot of the positions. They probably had degrees and probably multiple degrees. But now you find yourself in this pool looking for a position where there's only a few jobs available. It might be time for you to lock in with that business and put forth your best effort. If this certain thing hasn't been working for you in business, it might be time for you to pivot. It might be time for you to add in additional services. It might be time for you to provide extra products to your clients. It may be time for you to look into different avenues and different streams where you can make additional income. Because again, I've been there. I understand when I first stepped out, I was an insurance agent and that was not working. I had to go in and say, okay, this is what I plan to do, but guess what? It's not working. I'm going to have to add another service into it. And that's actually what helped me. So if it takes that you may have to make a few videos about your business, if it takes that you may have to step outside of what's comfortable and release those videos on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, you may have to do that. You may have to go into full promotion mode until it works. You may have to be the biggest spokesperson for your business until it works. Because guess what? There's not a whole lot of jobs out there right now. There just isn't. So with that being said, I do want to encourage you because I understand. I get it. We all have to pay our bills and things are getting really, really tight. Things are getting tough for a lot of people. There's a lot of things that are happening right now to where it's making it a little difficult to make ends meet. So if you have a business right now, I'd like to encourage you as you apply for jobs, because I'm not going to discourage you from that. As you apply for jobs, consider working your business just like you would be clocking into that 9-to-5. Work that business and show up for your business like you have a supervisor who is leaning over your shoulder saying, hey, did you get this done yet? Micromanaging you. Do that same thing for your business. Be accountable to your business. Add additional services, add additional products, whatever it takes. The time is now for you to do that. So again, like I said, this video is a little bit different, but I wanted to just give my thoughts on that. And again, I'd also like to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on that? How did you perceive that message? What did that message mean for you? Did it apply to you? I'd like to know. So definitely feel free to leave comments in the chat. I look forward to chit-chatting with you all later.